appropriate professional certifications in order to better comport with the Commission's rules of procedure.
Thank you, Ms. Hennessy. Does the applicant have anything to add?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. Under these circumstances, we have two options, and I know we have a lot of public persons in the audience. Would anyone in the audience, as an interested party, care to speak to the request for the deferral? Please approach the podium, state your name and address.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak. My name is Anthony Anella, and I live at 2420 Arbor Road Northwest. I am a plaintiff in the federal lawsuit, and I want to bring to your attention for your consideration regarding this request that even though the city in writing told our attorneys that no construction work would start on the Albuquerque Rapid Transit project until July, work has already started. So I'd like you to take that into consideration regarding their request. Thank you.
Thank you for your information, sir. Anyone else? Please come forward.
Thank you for the opportunity to be able to present. My name is Maria Bautista. I'm one of the plaintiffs and an injunction to stop art. Today, with great disappointment, I'd like to suggest that all of you take a ride up Central to look at what's happened between Yaca and Coors, and then at the same time, maybe this evening, take a ride over to San Mateo and see what has happened at that point east. You asked me before, as you have many people, to talk about specific impacts that this project could have on the community. The visuals are available for you now. Take the time to go look at them. I absolutely think it's a wonderful idea to give the City of Albuquerque and our friends an opportunity to really revise the plan and work with the community in an effort to get this out of federal court and back to the table of people and citizens of Albuquerque. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. My name is Douglas Peterson. My company is Peterson Properties, and another one of my family's companies is also a plaintiff in the lawsuit that Mr. Anella referenced, but I'll try to keep my comments germane to the deferral that's in front of you right now. For 6 years, I sat where you were sitting, but for a different commission, for the Environmental Planning Commission. I was on it from 2007 to 2013, chaired it for over 2 years. I was vice chairperson for over 2 years of that. So what I'd like to speak on today is something that bothered me when I was on that commission, and it's something that bothers me in regards to what's being asked for today, and that's a situation where the city is the applicant. And the problem that I had, and it's no disrespect to Ms. Hennessy, is when the city is the applicant and then you have city staff being the one that creates your report and makes a recommendation to you, I do not think that you're getting an unbiased recommendation or report. There's absolutely no way that can happen. You have a city entity that hires a city employee that then makes a recommendation to you. I could go into ways that I opined back when I was on the EPC about how to deal with that, but I do want to raise that point, and I think it's germane to the deferral, because if you have 30 days to let the applicant amend what they brought before you, then you also have 30 days to think about how you might deal with that problem as well. And I definitely think it's something that this commission and other commissions in the city have to deal with.
Thank you for the information. Ma'am?
opportunity. My name is Nira Gitana. I'm at 3411 Aspen Northeast here in Albuquerque. From my letter to you, Chairman and Commissioners, on May 2nd. Fundamentally, one cannot divorce the city's present request from the totality of the entire project and its ultimately bleak consequences regarding Albuquerque's cultural aesthetic. People come to Albuquerque for the land and its people, not a bus line. Just yesterday in the Albuquerque Journal, there was a report that the Albuquerque Museum is hosting a 90th anniversary of the fabled Route 66. The very same Route 66 that the city is looking to demolish at the same time that this exhibit is opening. It's just ironic. So I'm asking you.
Ms. Canal, I'm going to ask you to keep your thoughts to the deferral action, please.
Excuse me. I'm just wanting you to think, as you review the entire project, this philosophic turn. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, sir?
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, I strongly recommend the deferral. I would hope that you take some time.
Please announce your name.
I apologize. I'm a little angry right now. My name is Pete Dinelli. I'm a long-time, well, I was born and raised in Albuquerque, and I strongly recommend deferral and take your 30 days. I would also ask that this committee please ask for an explanation of what's going on right now. I just came from a meeting at an attorney's office. The city, I really believe this, one of the most underhanded, sneaky things that has occurred in the last 24 hours. The Water Utility Authority is now starting bulldozing medians and bringing down trees along Central, along the route line. They've also put out a notice saying this is related to the ART project. And the reason why I'm a little bit angry about this is that the city made it very clear they would not break ground until July. And this is sneaky.
Comments, sir, but they're not pertinent to the
Well,
area of our responsibility
I understand that,
between John and the freeway.
But part of this is that there's 2 lawsuits that have been filed. Those lawsuits have been consolidated. They're in federal court. And part of that is what the land use, what this committee will be deciding upon relating to historical sites. I really believe this committee deserves an explanation from the city, the Water Utility Authority, an explanation why did they break ground now when they know that these 2 lawsuits are pending. And then also part of this, one of the explanations given is that there's a belief that this committee has authority over the entire 10 miles, not just 2 miles. And I would ask that this committee at least issue some sort of a letter asking for an explanation and why you do not have authority over the entire 10 miles of track. Thank you for your time. I apologize. Like I said, it's this type of thing that happens that people start losing faith in government. When government entities start colluding with each other and take underhanded action, especially breaking ground in an area where we were sure there would be no ground broken. Thank you very much.
Chairman, I would just like to reiterate your point about, I think all comments need to specifically address the issue of the deferral because nothing else is on the table right now.
Well, Committee Chairman, I'm Stella Padilla. I live at 1212 Third Court Northwest, Albuquerque, New Mexico. I think everything that I had to say is pretty much said. I still want to say that many people are unaware of what's going on in the public. I've been trying to help people understand it, and some people have never even heard of it. This is going to be something that's going to affect all of Albuquerque. It's going to divide the city in half. They need to understand this. Our taxes are going to go up. All of this has to be paid from somewhere. The extra water that's not involved in the...
Thank you very much for your comments, ma'am. It appears there are no other persons. Excuse me. Yes, sir?
Thank you, why not? Well, here is, excuse me, my name is Ted Niemiński. I remember when I moved to Albuquerque 1969, east of Quebec. If you look, when I look at, everyone look at the housing. Yes, Central was very vibrant. Earlier, that is Rio, Route 66. Now, put all these buses right in the middle. That's on the code. Okay, also other points. Well, your committee, you are appointed by the city officials, by the mayor, more than likely. Well, for the fairness, I don't think so. We as public. And now have to look at also, it's more study needs to be done before you try to do anything. City got around, as I understand, lied to federal government in order to receive funds.
Thank you for your comments.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. I'm going to close public comment. There's being no other volunteers presenting themselves. We have a request before the commission for.
Sir, I wanted to ask a question, Commissioner. I'm a little bit confused about, does this mean that the city has to submit a new application? Because there was some confusion about that.
No, ma'am, a new application is not necessary. This is a deferral action, merely delaying the processing of the application before the commission.
Okay, thank you, I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Ms. Hennessy?
Mr. Chair, if this is the appropriate time, I want to remind you that you should come to a decision on whether you'd like to accept the new information being submitted. We have the new information by the applicant. I also have a number of additional public comments that have been submitted since the report was prepared and issued.
Commissioners, Ms. Hennessy has said we have additional information. Commissioner Heiser.
My question would be, if the deferral is for a month, will there be additional information that is put together and submitted within the 48 hours prior to the hearing requirement? And would it be better to receive the entire package in a typical manner a week before the hearing rather than get something now and then another supplement?
Mr. Chair, Commissioner Heiser, I'll let our legal counsel correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that you can vote to accept the information and then we can distribute it with your regular packet closer to the next hearing, or you may have the option to take it with you now and have more time to spend reviewing it. It's your call.
It's our call. Very well. Commissioners, do you have a comment? Commissioner Horowitz.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Ms. Hennessy. I'm not sure I'm clear on what the additional information is that has been submitted. I recognize there's some public comment. I guess what I'm asking is, has the city submitted work in compliance with point 4 under application process to drawings by hand? Well, it says on drafting standards, dimensions, materials to scale. Do we have all those drawings at this point, including in the information? Because the structure housing the ticket machines was not dimensioned, and we did not have any materials on the construction of that building.
Mr. Chair, Commissioner Horowitz, that's right on point as to why the additional information is being submitted to respond to the rule about the quality of the drawings. Although the commission has the privilege to suspend the rules by majority vote on occasions if they should feel satisfied with a submittal. The applicant would rather comply with the rules, and you're correct. It would provide an opportunity to get that those dimensions on that kiosk, if that answers the question.
That being the case, Mr. Chairman, I strongly feel we need to defer because we have no basis. We don't have, our rules say that anything we approve must be buildable as drawn. And we don't have construction drawings for a structure that is a major part, in fact, the largest visual part of the plan we're being asked to approve. I also think it would be very helpful because Ms. Hennessy was good enough to send me the regulatory plan for the Huning Highlands Edo area, the overlay. And I think it would also give the city an opportunity to ensure their materials conform to this plan.
Very good. Thank you, Commissioner Horowitz. Excuse me, Commissioner Alston?
I had a couple of comments. First, to the gentleman who seemed to feel that the commissioners sitting here were somehow connected to the city. We make a grand total of 0 a month for the many, many hours that we spend. And certainly, I think that we have been very, very fair. Whether it is a city project or not city project, we treat them the same. I also would like to hear from the applicant. We had concerns over the design, the fact that it did not fit into the historic neighborhood, guidelines for design. And we had asked for that. The stuff that we received the night before last didn't really show any changes at all. I would like to hear why they want this deferment and if in fact they are planning to address any of those issues.
Mr. Chair, Commissioner Austin, Blake Whitcomb, Assistant City Attorney. First, to more fully, or to clarify why we're asking for the deferment is to more fully comport with your rules. We're submitting engineering drawings for what's proposed to be built. Commissioner Austin, regarding your question as to whether the city's complied with certain design guidelines or not, I don't believe while you're making a ruling on a referral, I can go into that. That goes to the subject matter of the application. So under this agenda item or under the action that's requested, I don't think that it would be appropriate to go into that issue.
Thank you.
Commissioners, other comments?
Chairman, I'm prepared to make a motion on the deferral unless there needs to be some more discussion.
Mary Ellen, did you have some more comment?
Mr. Chair, Commissioners, members of the audience, I would just like to make one additional comment, and that is to own my share in the responsibility of the submittal that we originally received. When I first met with Mr. Klein several months ago to discuss bringing this project before the LUCC, and he asked me, what kind of materials do you think we should be submitting? And I definitely encourage Mr. Klein to give us information that was illustrative, if you will. Having a set of technical construction documents wasn't necessarily, going to be helpful for lay people to understand the nature of the project. So I encouraged a submittal that showed us the nature of the project, where are the streets being widened, shortened, etc. So, the rules do say that the submittal shall be sufficient to illustrate the nature of the work. So I just wanted to own that. There was never any intention on anybody's part of not following the rules or withholding information.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Anderson. Commissioners? Commissioner Myers?
Thank you, Chairman. I would like to move that we defer project number 1010796 16 LUCC 50013 until next month's, that's June's, LUCC hearing.
Commissioners, any discussion?
Mr. Chairman, do we need to include the acceptance of the additional materials as part of this, or do you want a separate motion?
The deferral normally will generate additional materials, and therefore, as part of the normal process, I think that's already covered.
I think my question, Chairman, is what are our options here? If we do not decide to grant a deferral, will they therefore present their material today? How does this work? What are our options?
Our options are limited, Commissioner Morris.
No,
Material- Austin.
We look alike though.
Oh,
I think that's the problem.
So they're both good. As I understand it, the materials that are in process are not yet complete for presentation, therefore they are not available at this time. Any other comments from the commissioners? We have a motion on the floor.
I will second that motion.